So, welcome everyone. I am Deanna Kearns. Now, today I have a story that I really would like to share. And I promise at the end there is a moral behind the story. Now, most of you know that I'm an avid reader. I truly love to read. I've been that way most of my life. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, my son in law comes home with a special edition book that he got, and he says, "Mom, I think you're going to really like this book. I got a few." And that was an absolutely lovely, lovely surprise. Okay, so I open the book up, and it's Beauty and the Beast. Now, don't get me wrong, but inside I giggled a little bit because the last time I even thought of that story was when I watched it with my daughter when she was a little girl, and it was an animated film of Beauty and the Beast. So I'm saying to myself, oh, well, this is cute, and it's a lovely gift, so I'm going to read it. So I start reading it, and let me tell you something, ladies. It had so much insight, thought provoking things for me. It didn't end the way I remember it. They did not fall in love like the movie that I had seen so many years ago, but all the little avenues and different ambiances that it had, and things that made me really stop to think. So at the end of the book, I really said to myself, boy, you giggled when you first got it, but it really was a very heartfelt book. The only thing was, it didn't end the way I thought it would have ended. They didn't fall in love. It wasn't really like the movie I remember because it showed so many different branches of the story. Okay, so you also know, ladies, that every evening I do my pondering moments, right? So that night I went outside and I'm thinking and I'm doing my reflection, my gratitude for the day, what I could have done differently, how I handled certain situations, the whole thing I tell you all the time to do every single night are the pondering moments to reflect on your day. And with continually doing it every evening, it doesn't overwhelm you, and all of a sudden there's so many things going crazy in your head because you take that time every night. I've done it for years. I say, what can I have done differently? How can I have done it differently? What can I do to improve something? On and on. Okay, so as I'm out there, and I also say it out loud. I don't say it silently in my mind. I feel, and it's been proven, that when you say something verbally out loud, it goes right back into your brain and you comprehend it and it stays in you a little bit more. Okay, so I did it. And I'm actually talking about the book, thinking and analyzing everything about Beauty and the Beast and what was the moral and what did it mean and why did it end where I felt it needed more to it. Okay, so I said that and I said, well, let me take in what I got from that book, which I did. Okay, so the next night, ladies, I kid you not, everybody was in bed, the house was nice and quiet, and I said, you know what? I'm going to sit down, make myself a nice hot cup of chamomile tea before I go to bed, and I'll watch a little bit of television, which I don't often watch. So I do that. I go on Netflix. I start scrolling to see what's on, and guess what's on? Yep, Beauty and the Beast. So now it's midnight, and I don't care about the time because now you know I am going to watch it. There's no way I'm not going to watch it. I just finished reading the book. The book left me not completed, and I also giggled. And I says, God, you are a comedian, because I swear I was saying that the night before about my pondering moments and talking about the book, and the next night the movie is on television. Okay, so I was like blown away. So I of course watched the movie. I don't know how many of you may have seen it. The actress was Emma Watson. So I watched it. And yes, it did have the ending that I'm familiar with. Excuse me. Excuse me. It had the ending I was familiar with from the movie from my daughter years ago, the animated movie. And it was a little bit different because the book showed, like I said, different avenues to it. But it ended where they did fall in love. And it was a beautiful ending. And I liked it. And it just confirmed what I was thinking when I was kind of analyzing the book to the movie. And this is what I want to say. This is the moral that I want to say. Ladies, Beauty and the Beast. Don't judge a book by its cover. What does all of that mean to you? In today's society, things have gotten so crazy, superficial, materialistic, that I actually fear for the young children of today, let alone us. Because I'm sure with you, I know with me, you look through magazines, you look on television, forget social media. Everything is so perfect, filtered, beautiful. Everybody looks so fine and fit, great clothes. But is that what it's about? When has society forgotten the most important thing is what is inside? And that's why, ladies, so many have mentioned the self-image, the body image. They struggle with body image, low self-esteem, insecurity. All of that is because why? It was ingrained to us, in us. From what? Everything external that we see and watch and hear. That's not what it's about. You may see somebody that just looks so perfectly, meticulously dressed and so organized, and you look at them and say, wow, that person, I like that person. But you know what? You don't know that person. Then you get to know them, and they are so not what you thought. That goes on, come on, every day with what we do. But how many times, ladies, seriously think about it. Were you ever on or asked to go on a blind date, or set up for a blind date, I should say? What was the first question you said to the person that wants to set you up? What do they look like? Are they cute? I'm guilty of that. I've done that in the past. How many have done that? The first thought. Do you ever say, well, are they a kind person? Do they have a good heart? Is their soul nice? Or is it, what do they look like? That's the problem with society. We are so instilled to look at external so many times, we forget to recognize that is not the person. The person is right within us. And the poor children, they have to change. Get the boob implants, fix the face up. You know, all these things we do because we're not satisfied with who we are. So, what I want to say and express to everybody is love who you are internally. When you are pleased and proud of who you are, and you know you are the best version of you, you shine. And let me tell you something. The next time you see somebody that you don't think, you look them right away and you say, that's not my type of person. Take a step back. Why? Is it about you or is it really about that person? Is it something you fear when you look at that person? Take a look and get to know people around you. Understand who the person you are with. Let it go until you know their essence. Don't define anybody just because of the way they look and their appearance. You are not defined by your look and your appearance. We are all defined by who we are internally. Beauty and the Beast. She fell in love with him as the Beast. Why? Because number one, she had a pure heart. She knew who she was, and she was full of kindness, love, and gratitude. Therefore, she was able to see within, not notice the external and look in the internal, and saw kindness, joy, love, peace, a good soul. That's what we have to remember. That's what we have to instill with our children. You are who you are from within. And when we look in the mirror and we see ourselves and we know what we're about and we know we have a good, pure heart, you'll look at yourself differently in that mirror. You'll say, yes, I am beautiful. Yes, I am good. Yes, I always exude happiness to others because I am grateful. And when you are grateful, everything around you is beautiful. So next time you want to judge somebody, stop and think. First, are you judging from a pure heart? Are you judging because of an external factor? Or are you going to judge from your soul to get to know someone else's soul, to understand what they're about, who they are, what their story is, what their life was about? You may be surprised. So with that, remember, appearances are misleading. Kindness is always shining. So love who you are. Don't judge. Get to know a person's heart and soul before you make any decision. And always choose to love you always first. And when you do, I guarantee that light will be so bright around you, you will gravitate towards the same kind of light. All right, ladies, have a wonderful rest of the week. I love you all.